Hello there again, guys. It's Tom back with another quick video here. I wanted to talk about how I don't believe in this system anymore, just to be quite frank and straightforward. I will say though that I believe in our values, obviously the foundational values of freedom of speech, obviously democracy, and all of these things as a system, but I don't believe in the system as how things are run and how things look like in terms of politics in I guess in Europe in general right now. I I feel like I have given up on but I still follow, and it's difficult because it's really in your face all the time, news, and this government does that and another government does this, and people say this about immigration, another group say that about economics. I'm just at the point where I see that we are so polarized and fighting against each other when we're actually all fighting for the same thing, just having a prosperous future. I am at the point where I just lose faith in our system and just completely opting out from the system. I will say though, I am grateful for all the help that I've received from government throughout my life in different situations or healthcare or whatnot. I am amazing people working in these systems, bureaucracy and healthcare, or you name it, amazing individuals. Although I will also say that there is a group of people that sit in positions that don't necessarily do very much, or they may think that they do very much, but are they really needed there? That's the danger with systems, that they are just spreading and growing and they become less relevant. I know as a fact that there are people that don't do much, but they have such privileges and they are just a cog in the system. And as long as they are there and they have their benefits and their pretty good pay and don't really have to show up to work because no one will not always question it. I've seen it myself. I've seen it myself from jobs that I was about to have and also through other sources. And this is like very dangerous because how can you build a society where people are dependent on institutions and they will vote in favor of them because they rely on them, but then it does more damage to society because it costs more money than it actually does well? Very, very bad. But yeah, in terms of my situation, I am at the point where I just don't want anything with any governments or any, because I don't believe in it anymore. I'm sorry to say it. I I don't want to sound like I'm an anarchist or anything. I am libertarian. Believe in a small, efficient government. We should always strive to optimize for a smaller bureaucracy. That should be the end goal, right? Strive to have a small, efficient government that only focus with making that the market is fair game, its rules are followed, and not any lobbyism is going on, and there is no spreading of new governmental positions that is not necessarily needed. All I want, I was gonna say that I would like to be on the inside, but I don't mean in the sense of being inside on the system and being like a person that rely on the government to give me my paycheck. I want to be on the inside as when it comes to having more network. That's actually one reason why I do this. I want to connect. I really want to connect with other people. I want to give my input and I want to give my value to society as a large, because I want to make, I realize that I have come to terms with what I am. I am I'm a link, or I'm a bridge. I want to link people together. That's where like comes, I think I mentioned in the previous, that my previous experiences have led to me actually use this skill set for myself to make an impact and improving society and improving world essentially. Whether it's like through creativity, connecting art, or connecting as a communicator and business development skills, or marketing or communication skills, networking, and contributing in this way. But yeah, it's a fierce competition. I would not like to become striving for being like an, I criticize it so much, being influencer. It's not at all. I actually, it was a video that I saw with Paul McCartney, who said recently that there are so many famous and millions of influencers with millions of hits and follower numbers, but they are so, I don't know exactly, I don't quote him, but something along the lines of incompetent, and they don't really, it's insane how many people that have such large following count and such influence, when they actually don't have anything to really prove, anything that they really made, anything they contributed. I think that, for example, in terms of my channel, I don't know, I cannot prove it, but I don't understand how it has not reached by now a larger, should I say, not follower, I would like to say just, I guess, views. And it makes me suspicious, to be honest. And it may sound a little bit delusional. And that is one thing that I think about myself also sometimes, because I am a very introspective person. I think very much about what I am doing, and how is that being perceived. If it will be a positive impact for other people, because like I said, all I want to do, all I'm about, is to try to make a better impact for others. And of course, in return, I would like to have a little piece of that also, to build my life to where I see it in the future. And yeah, I don't think that I am in a traditional sense that I'm gonna just going to work and like I have done before. It just doesn't seem to come to me at this point anyway. I I get the sensation that sometimes I don't get the reach, because what I'm saying is just too true sometimes. Some people may just laugh about it, and I do myself a little bit also. But it's like some things I think I express myself very real, but for some reason it's difficult for that to reach with others, I guess, or connect with others. Like I say, I just seem to not, I seem to just feel more and more as time go by that I just don't feel I believe in the system. And again, I mean the system as of how you are supposed to fit a formula to be able to do a job, because they have like, oh, you need to be fit this IQ test, or this personality test, and this skill set test, and this culture fit test, and this skill sets test. It's all of these different things. I don't know, it just seems very, very difficult when all I want is to really connect with other people. I I have been through so much in my life. I don't know why I say this now, but I just feel kind of low, I guess. Through so much darkness, And the only thing that really got me out of it, um, yeah, was actually just my personal guide, I guess you can say, combined with my true aspiration for wanting to give, to do well for others, and to create. My, I think it's the only, like, this thing about trying to fit into something and trying to please others and being accepted by doing something and being someone who you're not really, who you not really are. That to me has been kind of challenging. Like, you know, you should try to say the right things when you are speaking with someone who you may hire you or something like that. I just thinking about, like, recently I had an interview that would be a very like entry level job in a way, but very, very, very well it would suit me. And for some reason, just I made a video about that. Actually, I have it still saved, but I never uploaded. It's very explicit, you know. I am actually kind of angry in that video. I express like real anger or frustration. But yeah, I just know, and that's something that I have to, I guess, be better. Maybe it's a weakness. I don't think it's a weakness. I think it's a strength. But there's something that really pisses me off, or it angers me, or when I know that I will do something well and I will go all the way, and I mean all the way of doing this great, and people don't seem to see that in me. For some reason, I have such a disappointment in myself and anger that comes out of that, of not, I guess that's, I feel someone don't believe in me, and that is very, very disappointing to me, and it angers me when I know that I have so much that I genuinely want to contribute with. And that has taken me to very, very, very dark places, to be completely honest. Places that I wouldn't want anyone to go, because no one deserves to be there. And that's why I get back to this kind of feeling, or this kind of mindset, where I just have to do my thing and build something of my own to contribute for what I believe in. A bit raw, a bit authentic, and a bit true. Just a few thoughts.